Start of the third quarter of action between Ginebra, San Miguel, and the Pepsi Hotshots. And if you heard a round of applause at the start of this third period, you know what it's all about. Sonny Jaworski is on the hard court for the Ginebra squad.
And he will team up with Dominic Tortico in the backcourt, but Isabella Cole and Kabata in the front line for Ginebra.
Mark Stevenson missing again from the outside.
That outside shooting has not been Pepsi's strong suit in this game.
Ginebra on the run. There was going over to Sonny Kabatu. Kabatu, what a shot there. Tried to elude Ginebra.
He was very successful. Quite a tall front line now for Pepsi with Babiloni, Ginebra, and Stevenson. Avar is also there in the backcourt, and he has some size.
That pops for a short jumper and misses. Kabatu for the rebound out to Jaworski. Rivers Cole eludes Ginebra and makes the shot with a foul.
Foul will go against Ginebra. See that once again.
And Coach Derek Kamala calls an early timeout.
Timeout, Pepsi.
Is 5 out of 8 from the free throw line now, and he puts Ginebra on top by 9 at 56 to 47. It's through by Sonny Kabatu. And Gino Bob trying to take the ball away from Kabatu, trying to be charged with a second personal foul. Ginebra will now be relieved by Manny Victorino as he saw that foul given up by June Habar on Sonny Kabatu. Araisha working against Leo Austria. Kabatu coming out to greet the ball up against Manny Victorino using his right hand. Ginebra saves it at the end line up to Austria. Austria zigzagging his way into the front court and missing with him. Ball goes in.
Manny Victorino actually has a good tap on that ball.
Rivers Cole from the outside. And it's back to a 9-point lead for Ginebra San Miguel. Austria up against Tarecho. And Jervis Cole paid for that gamble that he took trying to steal the ball from Mark Stevenson. Sonny Jaworski with the last line of defense and opted to give up the foul to prevent Stevenson from making the shot.
So Sonny Jaworski already has one technical called against him. So he knows that he shouldn't get too fired up over any situation that develops.
That technical foul, just in case you just tuned in, was slapped on Jaworski as he protested against referee Ernie De Leon. He was given a warning, and as he continued protesting, was finally slapped a technical foul. He was on the bench that time. In the meantime, Ginebra picks up his fourth personal foul in this play.
Most of them, not all, on Jervis Cole.
Right.
And actually, after the foul, Cole was trying to go for continuation, but the other tall hotshots like Stevenson and Victorino ganging up on him. I remember one coach in the U.S. once said, if you're going to foul hard, and foul simultaneously, it's possible all 5 of you committing a foul because they can only call one of them.
That makes sense. 59 to 51, an 8-point lead now for Ginebra San Miguel after Cole split his charities.
Cole trying to go for another steal, which allows Stevenson to go inside, and Victorino an offensive rebound as well.
Sonny Jaworski will pick up his second personal foul.
And I was going to talk to Jervis Cole about all these steals, but it looks like he wants to check with the referee first about that call. They're going to give a 2-shot foul to Manny Victorino.
Victorino short on his first attempt.
He has 7 points in the game, but all in all, the play of the big men of Pepsi has been somewhat wanting.
Yes. Ginebra has been struggling in this ballgame so far. Sonny Jaworski being watched by June Habar. Chico Loizaga. Sonny Kabatu. Back to Chico. Lozaga's inside. And with foul building.
Foul Stevenson.
Not what he wanted. The second personal on Mark Stevenson. See that here. Chico on the line for 2. 9 minutes 35 seconds remaining. We're in the third quarter of this ball game, and Ginebra San Miguel now with an 8-point lead with one more free throw coming from Chico Loizaga. 61-52. Here's Harry Austria against Miguel Harencio. Putting off to June Habar. He tries a long one. That's not his usual shot, but Habar took it, seeing he was open. Given go to Jaworski and Tabato off to Jervis Cole.
Stevenson was there. Jaworski with an offensive rebound.
Reverse this net by the mid-turn. Here's Manu Victorino. The curl against Chico Loizaga. Loizaga takes the ball away. Jervis Cole off to Harencio. And a Pepsi more fast break for Ginebra San Miguel. Punctuating with that slam dunk by Jervis Cole.
Lead back up to 11. Biggest lead of Ginebra in this ball game was 12. Back at 23-11 in the first period.
June Habar trying to get past Jaworski. And a 3-second violation is called on Manny Victorino, as he thought that June Habar was going to take the shot, but that wasn't given to him by the defense of Ginebra San Miguel.
With the glare, the late afternoon sun here still making it difficult to read the scoreboard. There's 8 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the third.
Right. Harencio trying to get past Mary Austria. Foul downstairs. That shot is not going to count.
Miguel Harencio is still scoreless in this game.
Foul Austria.
There's a foul.
But Miguel Harencio very early in this game picked up 4 personals. In the meantime, we have Ginebra Binonia being replaced by Joey Carpio on the Pepsi side.
Sacrificing a little bit of ceiling for more productivity on offense.
High pass to Sonny Kabatu. Power move. And the loose ball drops into the hands of June Habar. Waiting for him is Chico Loizaga. And Habar running into Chico Loizaga there. Bouncing off Chico. Foul will be called by Chico Loizaga. Watch how Habar bounces back after running into Chico Loizaga.
Like ramming into a police outpost.
I wonder if Chico felt anything. Stevenson going 1-on-1 against Jervis Cole. Lost the handle on the ball and Sonny Jaworski being harassed by June Habar, who gives him his third personal foul.
I think Derek Kamara needs somebody to reorganize the offense. Somebody like Eugene Kilbana or Mark Anthony Talio is going to be sent in right now.
Yes, Talio coming in for Larry Austria. Well, Ginebra San Miguel has been hanging on to this 11-point lead at 65-54.
Coming out of the stack formation. Jaworski running into Stevenson that time.
And Sonny Kabata picking up the loose ball and scoring from underneath. Carpio at the flank is open.
Carpio steady as shooter. She can find when he's wide open. Especially with that set shot of him that he's mastered.
Jervis Cole inside. And again, Ginebra posts a 13-point advantage at 69-56, the biggest in the game. June Habar tries another triple V and misses. Kabatu's rebound and a pitch to Jaworski. Jaworski handing it out to Jervis Cole. So fine, folks. So we have another timeout by Derek Kamara.
Timeout Pepsi.
2 timeouts with still 7 minutes to go. Mike Stevenson off the back pass by Mark Anthony Talia. Finally answering for Pepsi. Jervis Cole, the left quarter foot left open by Mike Stevenson. And that gives Ginebra another 15-point lead of 73 to 58. Here's Stevenson. Nowhere to go. And Chico Lozaga has the rebound. Out to Pino Harencio. 3-on-3. Cole up against Talio. And Stevenson had a piece of that ball. Sonic Backer, he has been through wonders here in the third quarter for Ginebra San Miguel.
Ginebra has already scored 24 points here in the third period, and we're not yet halfway over. Pepsi scored 11 so far.
Derek Kumara, as we mentioned, has already called 2 timeouts. Here's the third. Rhino Victorino Lucius move good for.
There's a few bright spots the last couple of minutes for Pepsi. You can see fast break points. Ginebra really dominating this arena in this period.
After a 15-pointer by Ginebra San Miguel at 75 to 60. Pino Harencio posting up against Mark Anthony Talia and Harencio.
He really wanted to get his first basket in the game.
Yes, first 2 points for Pino Harencio. And that gives Ginebra a 17-point lead. Talia off to Valenciano, who's open. Got the bucket from the corner.
Valenciano likewise getting his first 2 points in the game. Valenciano has to start getting hot if Pepsi's to come back in this game.
Ginebra slowing it down now. Chico Loizaga up against Joy Caprio. There's Commissioner Ray Marquez with Executive Director June Bernardino at the sideline. Harencio, they got a 3-point play.
Yes, he will do that to Talia time and time again. Third personal mark, Anthony Talia. Meanwhile, David comes back into the ball game for Manny Victorino.
Back-to-back hits by Pino Harencio. He has a potential 3-point play here. There he gets it. Biggest lead of the game, an 18-pointer by Ginebra San Miguel. Talia trying to get an opening. Off to Stevenson. Stevenson's move inside using his left. And finally getting it on the second try. Pitch to Pino Harencio. Almost fielded, but ran out of space. Here's Albert Ginebra against Sonny Cabatu. Had the pass off to Stevenson. One-hander was there. And a loose ball foul is going to be called possibly on Albert Ginebra. Yes, they are in the penalty, so 2 shots will be awarded to Sonny Cabatu. As you see this play here, that's Ginebra pushing everybody off. Cabatu bringing his hands in mid-air.
You mentioned Pepsi already in the penalty now. That's why Cabatu will take 2 shots. Cabatu having a very productive third period so far. Already in double figures.
The rebound on Sonny Cabatu prepared for his free throw. Joy Caprio was enjoying his teammates to come down on defense and try and limit the output of Ginebra San Miguel. Sonny Cabatu 6 out of 7 from the free throw line. 7 out of 8.
It's going to be very difficult for Pepsi to come back. They're outside shooting the first half. They only had 1 3-point field goal for perimeter production in the first half. You're trying to get it going here in the third period, but so far, with Joy Caprio finally connecting, it's going to be hard for them to go back. Because they don't score points very quickly. Because Ginebra comes down quickly on defense, shutting off their fast break attacks, and then on the outside, they're shooting from the outside, but not really 3-pointers, which might be something that will inspire this team right now.
In the meantime, we have a foul given up by Mark Anthony Talia. That's going to be number 4 on him. And immediately Eugene Kilban comes in to spell him. Sonny Cabatu is also given some rest by Don Palayo.
With 4 minutes remaining here in the third.
He gets a big round of applause from the Ginebra fans.
The Ginebra fans really appreciate good hustle.
Yes.
And effort.
That's what they look for in the players in their team.
Guys who never say die.
Right. Split charities from the Big J. 83-66 is a count. In favor of Ginebra San Miguel, 3 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the third period.
We see inside production for Ginebra really improving here in the second half, because they had established their outside game earlier on in the first half.
Trying to work these pass intended for Pidot Horatio. Horatio was not up to it. Well, one that really has to play a lot with Jaworski to be able to anticipate such moves from the playing coach. Else you're bound to end up with a ball right down your throat.
Good angle taken by Stevenson. As Pope could not reach the shot for a possible rejection. The lead down to 13. Pepsi trying to make tracks here towards the end of the third.
Ginebra has yet to call a timeout here in the third quarter. Sonny Jaworski picking up a loose ball. Off to Golden on Palayev.
Hooks it in. Off the glass.
Stevenson asking for the ball. He's ahead of the others. Yo-yo the shot again there. Jervis Cole with the rebound. Loose ball picked up by Palayev to Jaworski. Jaworski with a fancy pass. Almost taken away by Eugene Kilman. And referee De Leon calls a foul on Sonny Jaworski, his third.
Offensive foul, Jaworski.
And let's see now, we have
Jaworski.
Dr. Gonzago coming in for Jaworski together with a timeout.
Timeout, Ginebra San Miguel.
Lead is up at 15 points. Mark Stevenson inside scoring. That is his 31st point in the game, and referee De Leon Hawks play as the ball went out of bounds, really. Lead is highest at 18 here in the third quarter for Ginebra San Miguel.
Pepsi now trying to extend the defense out to the midcourt line, delaying Ginebra from setting up their half-court offense.
Dr. Gonzago came in for Sonny Jaworski just before the timeout. Jervis Cole moving against Stevenson, got off balanced in mid-air. And referee Maglaya will call a foul on Joey Carpio. That is going to be the first personal foul on Carpio. But they are in the penalty, and besides, that was a shooting foul. Only a minute and 59 seconds remaining here in the third. Donald Chortico checking back in for Pidot Horatio.
Chortico had a pretty good stint late in the second period, coming off the bench. Hit 4 out of 4 people.
Loud sniping by the second quarter.
Actually helped erase a slight lead that Pepsi had built at the time.
Jervis Cole giving Ginebra another 14-point lead at 86-72. Here's Eugene Kilman. Stevenson. Carpio up against Tampalayo. Stevenson getting away from Jervis Cole.
And he puts up the one-hander. Eugene Kilman and Stevenson seem to be working out quite well.
Well, that was responsible for keeping Pepsi in the game. Now down to only 12. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Referee De Leon says there is illegal defense. That's the first violation of the kind in this ballgame so far.
Yes, Ginebra was caught watching that area there on the left side of the shaded area.
Golden Palayo. out to Chico Loizaga. Time down to a minute and 10 seconds here in the third. And Cotton clock was ticking too close to Chico, and Loizaga will be given 2 shots since Pepsi is already in the penalty.
Ginebra so far taking 12 charities here in the third period compared with just 4 by Pepsi, and that's a big reason why Ginebra has built the lead to what it is right now with just 4 points at lemon time.
Quite a big crowd we have on hand for our double-header this Sunday.
Yes, our second game also promises to be an explosive one, featuring Alaska Milk and here.
Chico Loizaga makes it 88-74, a 14-point lead once more for Ginebra San Miguel. Inside pass to Stevenson. Chico Loizaga takes it away. Stevenson, though, deflected the pass, and Abakiraban goes straight to the hole. 88-76. Down again to a 12-point lead for Ginebra. Only 39 seconds remaining in the third.
Pepsi trying to make the stop and start the other end, or at least cut the lead below the double-digit mark. Hopefully at the end of the third period. Cole getting aggressive now.
As a Mark Stevenson will be called for his third personal foul. Although he did lodge some protest there after Cole actually leaned in on him, getting off balance on the shot. Cole still having some problems from the free throw line. He's on and off from that particular department.
Which is very important, especially in a crucial or a close game.
Right off the 6 there.
Yes, right now Ginebra still has a comfortable edge. With a good pass to Papio.
Only 20 seconds to go. A steal by Eugene Quilbando de Chuatico, trying to harass him at the baseline. Will pick up the second personal foul, but that is only the 5th team foul for Ginebra San Miguel.
Eugene Quilbando coming in to try and spark a rally for Pepsi.
10-point lead for Ginebra San Miguel with 13 seconds to go in the third. Stevenson getting open as Jervis Cole double teams on Eugene Quilban. Lead is down to 8. Time down to 2 seconds. 3-point shot by Chico Loizaga won't go. We have an 8-point lead at the end of the third for Ginebra San Miguel.